We're still on security. Leaders, lawmakers and policymakers in the security sector are examining legal and institutional gaps contributing to Nigeria's growing insecurity at the Nigerian Bar Association Annual General Conference. The plenary brings together the Inspector General of Police, the Director General of the Department of State Services and National Human Rights Commission Chairman, Chief Dr. Anthony Ojukwu. Discussions are focusing on challenges facing security agencies, the effectiveness of existing laws and possible reforms to strengthen interagency coordination and accountability in tackling violent crime. News Central covered this earlier live, and right now Biola Festus is currently at the event where the legal juggernauts and the legal practitioners are discussing the security situation in the country. Biola Festus, if you can hear us, what has been the highlight of the conversation so far?
The session of today's conference just ended, and the topic, of course, was non-government. Now, there were panelists brought together to discuss this topic. We have Anthony Ojukwu, of course, who is the Secretary of the Human Rights Commission in Nigeria. We also have activists. We have the likes of VDM. They all came together to discuss this topic. And, of course, during the discourse, there were allegations that the military personnel who are supposed to be securing Nigeria are also part of this insecurity that have bedeviled the country. We also had VDM submit that perpetrators should be executed even before trials. All of these were things that transpired at the just concluded session titled Non-Government. Well, I will not be discussing this alone. Let's bring in legal luminary. We have there the well-known Kanayo or Kanayo. Let's have him speak on this. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. We are not speaking blood money here. No, we are talking legal matters. Yes. Now, there's been this blame shift on the non-government and of course the security operatives. What do you make out of this?
First, I must give kudos to security agencies. It's good to appreciate people for the little or the much they have contributed. But when your best is not good enough, you need to do more. I think the expectations of Nigerians are in the right mood and platitude, because a citizen is expected to at least enjoy the benefits of being a citizen by not watching his back wherever he goes to, by his children going to school and coming back. So the security agencies, in a lot of ways, have fallen short. And it's very disturbing because it stops economic activities in all sectors. So we are worried. I mean, if you recall, 4 or 5 years ago, we talked about unknown government. Now, the Nigerian Bar Association, in its wisdom, has said, there are now known gunmen. And that will be a shame to security agencies who are supposed to know and have intelligence report to not fish out these people wherever they are. So that means there's this conspiracy somewhere along the line and sabotage within the system. And that's what the security agencies, in their wisdom, must fish out for them to also have peace in their work.
Okay, I do not mean to be sarcastic. Now, these people that are perpetrating this mayhem, I think they are taking the blood of Nigerians for their own personal benefit. Now, are the military personnel, the law enforcement agencies, and of course our judiciary, are they doing the much they should do?
It is something that has been placed on the altar of straightforwardness. If the citizens are worried, it shows the security agencies are not doing what they're supposed to do. For instance, what do you do when somebody is identified as a terrorist? What do you do when a community has been taken over by bandits? I mean, if we have a straight structure, what it means is that the state must operate like a state. So when you have the judiciary, if matters are brought to them, and when these matters are brought to them, they don't deal with it. It goes in favor of the one who brings a lot of money. Citizens will actually be on the other side.
Thank you so much for your time. That's all we can say. Well, Blessings, thank you so much for your time. So, Blessing, let's also bring in the secretary of the incoming executive of the Nigerian Bar Association. Let him also talk with us. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. Now, we have seen much discussion about this situation of insecurity in Nigeria. We know that the law enforcement agencies also have to work with the judiciary. Now, let's talk about the fact that the justice system delays. Do you think this also adds to the problem?
For me, thank you for having me, first of all. For me, the issue of insecurity is something that is of concern to all Nigerians. And I think it's the responsibility of all of us, not just the security or the judiciary, to bring it to end. Each and every one of us has a role to play to contribute to the end of insecurity in our dear country, Nigeria. Yes, we experience delays in the judicial process, but then I'm aware that the courts give some concession to some of the cases that has to do with insecurity by giving accelerated hearing in deserving cases, thereby making their own contribution to make sure that the insecurity scourge is abated.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. We appreciate it. So let's move over to my final guest for today. Okay, so he's no longer willing. So while we continue to discuss the cause of insecurity in the country and ways to avert it and, of course, bring it to a halt, there have been submission, especially by a very dark man who was part of the panelists in there a moment ago. He said that there should be execution just on site. That means without trial. So the question is now open to the Nigerian judiciary system to see whether or not that is a path to two, given the spate of insecurity across the country. Back to you, Blessings.
All right, thank you so much, Biola Festus, for that. And I see what you did there with Kanayo, but very important conversation that has been going on there at the NBA. We know that, some people are of the opinion that you shoot on site, but it's good that there's a balance to the equation. And Biola has been doing justice to the coverage of that. News Central will still be bringing you up to speed regarding this particular information.